After a long day of being pulled in every direction, the last thing anyone wants to think about is what's for dinner. That's where Schwann's can help, with a variety of real food choices, frozen to lock in freshness. From ready-made meals, premium meats and side dishes, to vegetables, ice cream, and more. Schwann's foods go from freezer to table in minutes, not hours, so you can pull off a delicious meal in no time at all. Ordered, delivered, done. That's homemade easy. To help simplify mealtime, visit schwanns.com.
Right now, you can get both Sprint's unlimited plan and the all-new Samsung Galaxy S10 included for just $35 per month per line for 5 lines. All you need is approved credit and an 18-month lease. No trade-in required. Visit a Sprint store, sprint.com, or call 800-SPRINT-1.
Phone $15 a month after $22.50 a month. Credit apply within 2 bills. If canceled earlier, remain a balance due. Unlimited basic after 6/30/20. Pay $32 per month per line for 5 lines with auto pay. Data deprioritization during congestion. Speed maximums. Use rules and restrictions apply.
Hi, this is the Keys bartender coming to you from the Catch Restaurant here in Key Largo. I'm here with Billy Wissinger.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, my name's Jim, and we want to start out today with recognizing the 6 days of difficulty, tremendous difficulty they've been having in Texas and Louisiana now with Harvey. It's 6 days, Thursday evening since it made landfall, and they had over 52 inches of rain in.
That's just mind-boggling.
One of those 52 inches of rain, and in just a couple days, and the flooding is horrific. They're finding. I guess they'll be finding what the cost is, human.
Yeah, it's going to be. I lived out in Galveston years ago, and we'd go up to Houston. We get an inch on an afternoon shower, and everything would flood.
Yeah, that's a clay. There's clay soil, right? And you got bayous and all that stuff.
Yeah, there's bayous on either side. There's a big ship channel. There's a river runs down through there, and it used, like I said, afternoon thunder shower used to flood everything. Yeah. I can't imagine what 40-something inches of rain is going to do to that.
And I would suggest to anybody that does listen or doesn't, let's say, but even if people here donate whatever you can to whoever you can. You can always trust the American Red Cross. I know we had a truck gathering from the Keys go directly there and provide those things that people need. In a time of national disaster, a natural disaster such as that, it shows what people are made of, and you see the Cajun Navy come out from those guys from Louisiana. There's some really good people. A week ago, we had the Charlottesville and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's some bad things. But you know what? On a much grander scale, we had a lot more people turned out to help for Harvey right there. And you see those people donating their time. The poor police officer,
I know.
Sergeant Perez, I think his name is. He had almost half his life in the Houston Police Department. He was rushing into work, and he died going under an underpass and not realizing how deep it is. I'll ask you over. Hey, how you doing, Jen?
Are you already on?
Yeah, we just started. We just wanted to start and say hi. That's our Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen. So we're thinking about you guys in Texas. I know Beaumont, Texas, getting hit really heavy right now.
Yeah,
Louisiana,
all the way out to Louisiana now.
Louisiana, luckily, supposedly, I was listening to the mayor of New Orleans, Mitch Landrieu, and he was saying that they prepared for the worst, and it's turning out something more manageable right now. Also, on a more personal note, I have a listener and a friend in Portland, Oregon, Colleen Sloan. She's a big supporter of the podcast. Her daughter had a serious bike accident, had both sides of her jaws broken, her elbow broken.
That's a shame.
She has a lot of pins put in, and she's wired up at home. And I know what it's like to have, even, I know she's older than, she's not a child anymore. She's a woman, but, your child's always your child when they get hurt. And, or, someone you care about. And we hope a speedy recovery for your daughter. And we'll be thinking of you. So right now we're going to go into the podcast, and the subject is, yes, you are creepy. Now, I've noticed that. I think it's worthy of a Keys bartender subject. And I have a friend who's going to be coming on, and we're going to have a little discussion on it. But I'm going to go through a little definition. I went into Urban Dictionary to check out this the textbook creepy is producing a nervous, shivery apprehension, a creepy horror story, eerie, or relating to or being a creep, annoyingly unpleasant, a creepy old man. Some people think it's an overused term for sexually inappropriate or perverted, or for attempting to derive sexual gratification through dishonorable means. You know, the guy walking around with the raincoat you'd see on Monty Python or Benny Hill. And it was great on Monty Python. They do the one, and you see the guy running around, and he just had a placard on his, saying boo or something like that. And he would open up, and his pants were pulled up, and his sleeves were. So it looked like he was naked, but he wasn't. Unfortunately, the word has been kind of abused, and it's a favorite of, let's say, the melodramatic or overly dramatic people, and they try to hard to use the word wherever possible. And to the point of rendering the word almost meaningless. And what I've seen and what I've done, and this is my self-awareness, and it's important to approach these things. If I'm going to call things out, I got to be able to look at what I've done. And I've definitely, I never want to be called creepy, and while I'm accusing people of being creepy, let me say some of the things.
What, a little light internet stalking?
Yeah. I'm going to talk. Well, wait a second. I'm not going to talk about that. But now, Burn, that's another one. Okay. This is to think if you're creepy. This is a test. Think if you're in a strip club. Do you stare at people, men or women, like they're like you're a prey animal, like you'd see a lion staring at a gazelle or a wildebeest? That's creepy. Do you wear sunglasses indoors when not needed, or you don't have ocular surgery or anything like that, or you don't have a sun sensitivity in there? Some places are very light and sunny, but I know some people that wear sunglasses at night, like that song.
Yeah, that was Corey Hart.
Okay, whatever that again, Corey Hart. Yeah, that's creepy. Wearing sunglasses at night. You know, unless you're like a blues singer or blind.
What if you're both?
If you treat a smile or a greeting as, if you overvalue a smile or a greeting from anyone, and that goes for it mainly, now creepy is mainly applies to guys, but there are creepy women. I can attest to that. I've seen them. And they go, hey, how are you doing? Like that. But, you know, they're not going to throw you in the back of a van and drag you out most times. But I've been rolled once, hanging out, rolled from my wallet. That's not creepy. That's actually, that's a crime.
I ran into one last night. She might have been looking for, if she had a van, she would have been trying to pack boys in the back.
They do get creepy. But mainly it pertains to guys. But then there's always the exception, you know? And so if someone gives you a smile or a greeting, do you automatically jump to it and say, hey, you're ready to go to the next bet? I'm on her like that weak deer. I'm miming this, but the weak deer with the hoof that's like limping along, and you're the wolf, and you're going to go and jump on him. Oh, my God. Well, no, relax, buddy. They're being nice, okay? Do people give you undue physical distance? Be sure not to confuse that with poor hygiene. You know, BO, swamp ass, halitosis, flatulence. You know, if you're a big farter, that can give you. But if people start moving away from you, you could be a creep.
Down here, extreme BO doesn't so much matter anymore because everybody's sweaty and sticky for the most part.
Well, I'm a spin instructor. I'm kind of like Howard Hughes when it comes to cleanliness. Actually, I bathe like 3-4 times a day, and they say it's kind of bad for you. So it kind of gives. But I mean, that's what I do. I don't know.
Go to an outside bar for about 3 hours.
If they're giving you room, they're sending you a physical.
Everybody's sweaty.
They're physically manifesting that they're afraid to, and we get those people coming. Check your appearance. Do you have a swastika carved into your forehead? Do you wear a boob inspector T-shirt? Do you drive a panel van? And you know what? I think Luke just drove up with a panel van right there. Wearing a fake arm cast. If you remember that from Silence of the Lambs. Buffalo Bill. Okay? These are tests. Listen to this one. Do you have a natural buildup resistance to pepper spray? If you do, you could be a creeper. You're used to that. Do you believe the purchase and acceptance of a drink is tacit approval for a full frontal assault? You know, going there with the tongue and the grabby stuff where you're doing the stuff like grabbing the crotch and all that. You're going right at it. I bought you a drink. You bought the drink. I bought a drink for you, so yet you're going home with me.
No, that's
you
a little
could
weird.
be a creeper. Do you understand the true meaning of no? Go away, or I'm calling the cops. Because all those things, similar statements, mean that whatever conversational engagement, social engagement is going on, it's over. So if you hear no, go away, I'm calling the cops. Just
I'm
take
getting
it
a
as
restraining
a clue.
order. Of course, nothing says I carry like a restraining order.
Yeah. In the extreme. This
Hey,
is in the
Luke.
extreme. Do you know how to make, or do you know where to buy, or do you know how to dispense GHB? You know what GHB is?
No.
You're not a creeper. You are not a creeper. Now, I'm a creeper because I knew what it is, but I'm a bartender. That's the date rape drug.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I knew that Billy.
No, if you'd called it a
Billy
roofie, I could have probably.
He couldn't really answer yes to any of these questions. And you know what? Actually, I got. Okay, and the last one, the comments you consider to be okay to someone you don't know, such as "This face is leaving in 10 minutes. Be on it." Your clothes would look great piled up at the end of my bed, or it puts the lotion on its skin, or it gets the hose again. All those things. If they're okay, you're a creeper. And I'm saying, now if you think of those tests, 1 through 10.
I don't know if I can get away with clothes on. These clothes look good on the pile on the end of the bedroom to my wife.
Okay, well.
She might take. She might not, but she might, depending on her mood, take offense at that.
What a creeper would do is go up to a girl and says, those clothes look great. Look even better if they were piled up on the end of my bed. That's creepy. So, and any of the two, if you answer yes to any of these two questions, you're a creep. If you answer one of those questions yes from 6 to 10, you're still a creep. Now, I'm sure that I've been a creeper several times. I got some stories. Oh, they're speaking of creepers there.
There we go.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Yeah, I just said that. No, but you're not. No, wait, come on. We're going to ask you girls to come over and Luke to come over too, eventually. Well, we're going to ask the girls to. But I'm going to talk about my instances where I'm confessing. I'm confessing to being a creeper. 25 years ago, I'm 29 years old. And I go to this bar.
Okay.
And there's this beautiful bartender, female, behind the bar, young woman. I think she may have been a young mom, maybe not. She's gorgeous. And I just beat her down with asking for drinks. Go out with me. Come on, let's go out. Now that's not the creepiest part. That's pretty creepy. If you got to leave the workers alone. If they say no, back off. But she says yes, and the day before we're supposed to go out, I go in and get drunk. We're so bad.
Oh, and I'm sure you showed your best side.
Well, no, she asked me not. She asked me.
Because everybody makes their best decisions when they're 3/4 in the bag.
Well, she made a great decision right then. She reneged on the date. So that I was at a club. I think it was a club or some thing where it's a dance, something. So, but whatever. More than several times, I went up to her and tried to talk to her, asked her to dance, get a drink, and then all of a sudden she just screamed at me loud, "Get away, get away!" Like loud. And
there you go.
And then one time I met this woman and got her number. I think she voluntarily gave me the number, but I called up, kept on asking, called up like 10 times over 3 days. And then the woman, she got on the phone. She goes, "Stop calling me." And that's it.
Now, I have a funny unintentional creeper story about that.
I just wanted to met. And they were the 3 ones that come to my mind. And I've dated a lot of women. And I know now that when someone says they're not interested, I'm not. Hey, that's fine. And when they're done with, and we mentioned the first date things, the rules. If they don't want to go out, they don't want to go out. If they don't want to spend time with you afterwards, what were you going to say now?
Oh, I have the good unintentional phone stalking story.
What?
I had an ex-girlfriend, Angie.
Yeah.
And this was right when the iPhone started coming out.
Yeah.
And I'm still not real good on mine years later, but turns out I was calling her pretty much every time I opened the phone, not intentionally.
Yeah.
But just flipping.
Butt dialing?
Butt dialing, because she was the first one on the call list.
Ah.
So she blocked finally saw me like three weeks later, came up to me, grabbed my phone out of my hand, and deleted her number off my phone.
With the advent, and I'll say this again, with the advent of social media, cell phones, photography on demand. There is nothing secret. We have an album for everything we do with the cell phones being ready. People are recording other people's mishaps or mistakes and things like that. And once you make that mistake, it's in there forever. It's in the cloud.
I am so happy that I went through high school and college before that.
I still do stupid things to this day, but not on the magnitude that I did when I was younger.
Yes.
And I just remember, no one is perfect. As long as we learn from our mistakes, we continue to grow. Face it up, men and women. You have to have respect for yourselves and others. So I'm going to ask these girls up here first. Cheryl, bring your drinks up. Come on. Jen, come over. We're going to have a little discussion.
Come on.
Now, here I am. What's the height of ignorance? I'm calling guys creeps, and I'm not asking women to come in. And also I have a terminology test for everyone too. Oh my God, okay, so we're going to be talking about
no tests.
First, we have Cheryl Holt and Jen McComb.
Hello.
Hi there.
Can I mention what you guys do for a living?
Yes.
Okay, Cheryl's the madam of an S&M dungeon, and Jen traffics in human body parts. No, Cheryl Holt runs the visitor center.
I hesitated.
Cheryl Holt runs the visitor center. Key Largo's visitor center is a yellow building. When you come in, as soon as you come on the island at 106 on the right-hand side. So if you need anything, please come in and stop there, call ahead or whatever, or stop on in. You got great deals on hotel rooms and restaurants and activities such as diving, charter boats, snorkeling, dolphins, manatee wrestling,
probably jet skis,
glass bottom boats,
and
boat rentals.
Jen is the executive director. We want to get her to say hello. The executive director of the Reef Foundation. Yes, the Ocean Reef Foundation, and they're a very speak right into that.
I already said
they're a very and you know what? Before we start about creep, do you want to talk about the backcountry challenge right now? Do you want to, since we're up here, or do you want to wait till the end?
Sure, we can mention it.
Okay, let's talk about the backcountry challenge. We're going to be talking about, right before we start talking about creeps, we want to talk about something we actually, Cheryl, Jen, and I are in the Key Largo Rotary, and one of the fundraising events we do is the Backcountry Challenge.
Take Stock in Children Backcountry Challenge.
Yeah, it's a mentor program that mentors children from middle school all the way through high school and college, right? Or am I missing a point? Or through elementary school?
Nope, that's it. No, not elementary.
Okay. From the womb? No, not from the... I went too far back. From...
conception.
Yeah, a little closer. Pretend it's someone... And it's a clean mic, too. So you can get close to it. So the Take Stock... The Backcountry Challenge is a fishing tournament. And it's here in... It's actually going to take place in Tavernier. Right?
Well, you can fish anywhere you want.
You can fish anywhere you want. And
in Monroe County, but it has to be between Friday night, September 22nd, and then Sunday, September 24th during that time.
You go to the KeyLargoRotary.com.
.org.
Or
backcountrychallenge.com.
Or backcountrychallenge.com. KeyLargoRotary.org. And that Take Stock in Children. Take Stock in Children mentors those. It's great. It keeps those kids in school. It promotes the idea of getting an education. We help them. They help them out financially. We raise money. We're a service organization, but we're really proud of that event. So first, since we got that out, okay. Cheryl has been single. Jen currently is single. What is your definition? Let's say your classic definition of a creep. What's your classic definition of a creep when you're out? And you still got it. You're a lovely woman. So what happens? I mean, okay,
Come on.
I go up to you.
I don't know. Okay, a definition of a creep is someone who just kind of invades my space if I'm sitting at a bar. Real handsy. I mean, I'm not a touchy-feely person, and someone who is really handsy and wants to know way more information about me than I want to give.
Okay.
Or even worse if they already know the information about you. I've run into those, and they're like, "Oh,
they
I know
did a
you
little
have
research?
this and this and that," and you haven't barely even met the person yet.
Did they do background research on you?
Yeah.
I had a guy come in and say,
internet stalking.
Yeah, that's a creeper.
That's a creeper. That's a creeper stalker.
Yeah.
That's a creeper stalker. When they do homework and they take
Yes.
notes. I'm going to write that down.
You're taking
that's
notes. Are you
creepy.
taking notes?
He's taking notes.
Hey,
That is
listen.
creepy, Jim.
These two girls have been all over me before. So not in a friendly way, much like you would in a boudoir in the Manila in the 1980s. No.
Oh my
The
God.
friends were in
You guys
the
listen. Is anybody listening to this?
Oh, I am so much trouble.
They are now.
But no. But the things I think recently, the things that you have to worry about. There's the Mickey. You used to call it a Mickey in the 50s.
Yep.
Everyone know what a
Mickey?
Mickey is?
Slip
It's
'em a Mickey.
Date rape drug.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
wait,
No, I know.
No, that's when. No, but that's when someone has an ulterior
Right.
motive to get to dose you with something to knock you out. It's a first date. It doesn't work when you have a. Oh God, I don't want to give any tips to the creepers. Then no tips to the creepers.
Yes.
If you know what it is, you know where to get it. You know how to make it. You're a creeper.
Yes.
Go and seek help. And I'm not making light of the situation. It's dangerous out there. Young ladies, unfortunately, young ladies don't listen to the show because we get. But
It's really dangerous.
it is dangerous out there, and you got to be on the lookout for it. But what are the things you look out for when you're saying? Well, when you were single, guy calls you up. Picks out, says, "Hey, let's go and let's say, hey, let's go to the beach for the weekend."
You can't even
First
pretend
date.
to be creepy.
First date.
First date, going to the beach
Yeah,
for the
let's go to the
weekend?
beach, staying in a hotel.
Absolutely not.
It's me. No, someone that looks like me. Someone acts like me. Not you don't know me.
I would never go to the beach with
That's
someone
good.
I don't know.
Okay, that's the right.
I don't care
answer.
how good looking they are.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying. I wasn't saying I was good looking, but thank you. Oh boy, I wasn't even fishing for that.
Great.
Man, wait. Okay.
Would you?
Now,
No,
he's got
okay.
the Carl
Okay.
Sagan
He's
inflatable.
going to take you to the
No,
nude
here we
beach.
go. Here we
Ego
go.
going.
Here we
Well,
go.
I'll go to the
Jen,
nude beach
Jen.
with Luke.
Jen. Okay, Jen. Now, Jen, hold it. Give the one to Jen. Here's the situation. You're out to dinner. The guy drinks 4 bourbons. He starts
Well, it's
talking.
the Keys. That's pretty normal.
What? Yeah, no, he drinks 4 bourbons with a couple glasses of wine. Starts telling you what his plans are for later in the night. And they involve you intimately. What's going to happen? How do you get out of that situation? First, the guy's a creeper. Down in the Keys, it's kind of easy because you probably know somebody already, right? You just go up to him and say, "What do you do?
Well, you would
Help me
text
out."
me and
Okay.
call
Yeah.
me.
Hold on, with
You
the
would
mic
text
next
me.
around.
No, people are always around. This is a close community, so people are always looking out for me, and I always drive myself and meet someone, so I feel like I have an easy way to get away.
Yeah, you get the eye roll.
I used to get dates in Philadelphia all the time, and I go to places where no one knew either one of them.
Yeah,
Well,
but Philadelphia, it's probably easy. It's a
down
lot bigger.
down
I know
here,
you could just go and do that. That's a
Yeah.
scary thing
down
about
here,
that.
you're hard pressed to go into a bar where you don't know somebody.
Right.
Yeah, you can go to Key West.
I wouldn't go on a first date with someone all
No.
the way that far away from my home.
You'd be, you know what? You should be surprised these people in their 20s and stuff like that. What they would do.
Well, I'm an old dog.
You know,
Old dog.
they don't learn new tricks. Yeah.
Old dog. Nope.
So what was the creepiest person you've ever? Did you go out? Have you ever been out with someone? And what was the longest time it took you to know the guy was a creep?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yep.
What happened? Wait, you need a mic.
Well-
How long? This is Cheryl.
I mean,
How long was it?
I met him,
She
and
said 10
it
minutes.
took me literally 10 minutes to find out that I didn't want to be with this guy. Just because he was a creeper, I could tell he was a creeper. He
What do you
wanted
say?
to come back to my house.
Oh, really?
Oh.
10 minutes?
Yeah, within 10 minutes.
There you
and
go.
I immediately told him that was not going to happen, and he insisted that that's what was going to happen. And I texted someone and I said, have them or call me, and they called me.
Text. So this happened
texted-
since 2001.
Yes.
Oh my God! I see. I can pick up this.
And then they called me pretending like there was emergency.
What? A fire?
What? Someone was in a car
Joking?
accident? I gotta go.
I gotta go.
So, but have you ever found someone was That's the longest? That's the longest? 10 minutes? You never went out with someone like on a second date and realized this guy's a total jerk?
Yeah. I
They
mean,
got
I've
the new
done second
I
dates
used the
and third dates,
terminology
yeah.
before. There's these guys there. There's the dating terms. There's love bombing.
What's that mean?
Love bombing is where they hit you with flowers, candies, jewelry, super dates, and stuff like that. And they hit you with all this affection, poems, love sonnets.
Well, I like flowers. I like
No, they hit
candy.
you all in the beginning, and it's coming out of all directions, and the girl doesn't know how to resist.
Oh.
It's just like it's
Overkill?
It's being swept off their feet, and love bombing is an aggressive term. It's almost like blitzkrieg dating. I made that up. I think blitzkrieg. Yeah, it's just going in there, boom. And I never did that. I always thought that was creepy. And I also
So you
said
didn't send a
you
girl
never,
flowers or candy?
Not in the beginning
or-
because what do you build up from there? Where do you go from there? Once you get up there, then they're going to say at the end, they're going to go and say, hey, what, no more flowers anymore? So once you do it all in the beginning, it's like if you're...
It's only downhill from there.
And let's say, okay, I want to go to give you a little...
So how
let
do
me
you
tell you a little
date someone
parody.
from the very beginning? How do you do that? What is your mojo?
I don't do that anymore, but what I do is I try to get them to a mutual place where they feel comfortable, maybe coffee and things like that. Give them a little 30-minute, hour chance to have a discussion, ask them some questions, and then try to set up another time, maybe for
Okay,
dinner,
if you liked her, how quickly would you call her after the first date? Would you call her that day? Would you call her that night? Would you wait 4 days?
When I was young, I'd call that same night, and that was two things. But I would normally say I would thank them for the date the night of, and call them the next day.
Okay.
And thank them, and I said, you know what? I hope we'd be able to go out again. Now, if it didn't go that well, I'd still call the next. No,
you would call them the next day, really, even if it didn't go well.
Yeah, I would just. That was the scariest thing. I hated doing that, but that happened so many times. And you know what? You talk about that 10-minute thing. I was at a happy hour in Philadelphia. I gotta say, and I had it was, even though it was a big town in my neighborhood, even there's 250,000 people in Northeast Philadelphia in that area, and people knew me because of the place I worked. And what happened there was, how you doing? What happened there was. This girl comes up to me and she knows me and I'm like, oh, wow, okay, yeah. I said, how old are you? And she goes, I'm 22. And I go, okay, because she was, obviously she's in a bar. She's supposed to be over 21. And I said, oh, okay. And we're talking, having drinks and stuff like that. And she's like really into me. And
how old she turned out to be?
No, she wasn't a creeper. I just mentioned, you live here around here? I said, yeah, I live right down the road. I have a loft. I would like to see that. I go, oh, well, that's sometime. Yeah, no, let's go now.
Did you take her?
I took her, and I got back for the end of happy hour. We had a very good time.
Were you high-fived?
No other date. No high five. I high-fived her.
Were you high-fived going back into the
her.
bar?
Oh, we didn't go back out again.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, that's not my thing. That wasn't creepy. Oh, well, guys are...
If she's into it, that's not creepy.
Guys are... yeah, what?
Guys are guys.
Yeah, it's like... That was like 3 times that happened, something like that. Oh, I'd like to see that. I'm going, okay. Like that. I'm going to get into my Malibu copper-colored wagon.
No way.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
Chick magnet.
You know what? If you have game,
Oh.
you could be driving a torn-up Edsel.
That's right.
And you
I
got
agree.
game.
Come on.
If you're charming and you're fun.
Yeah.
Mine's even worse,
So-
man.
I agree.
What?
Mine's even worse.
What's yours?
I have a minivan.
Mini. Well, does it have windows?
But
Yes, it has windows.
musicians are exempt from the van creepiness.
Yeah,
because
I
you do
know.
have
We
to
all
carry
have
equipment
vans. And
professionally.
we all do have vans.
I agree.
There's this show on Comedy Central called Workaholics, and one of the characters has a panel van. He's these 3 guys, the main characters. He's their marijuana dealer and pot
What's
dealer.
his phone number?
No, they're in California.
kidding.
And he had a panel van, a gray, with painted panel van. It said rape van on it. So
No way.
They just put a G in front of it, called it the Great Van. The Great Van. And it's a different color. But he drove around with the Great Van on it.
They actually...
But, yeah, like when I said a vehicle, but we're getting away from the creepy stuff. So, creepiest date you've been on. Jen, get that mic right up there, get in there, and get back? The creepiest date. Go back 10
Well,
years.
it wasn't really a date, but I was I had like a stalker.
Yeah.
I met him in Zurich, Switzerland, and my friends and I, he was a bartender.
Was he Swiss?
In the Irish pub.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait. An Irish pub in Zurich, Switzerland, the German part of Switzerland. Okay.
My friends and I are really into Irish pubs, so anywhere we go, we find the Irish pub, no matter where we are.
Okay.
And
what nationality was the guy?
He lived there. He was Swiss. And we just mentioned the hostel we were staying in for Oktoberfest,
everything.
but in a different country. But we just mentioned it talking amongst each other. And the next day, he showed up in the lobby of the hostel in a different country.
Ooh, hey.
And it's like going up to Miami, going to another country.
It was really creepy.
You can tell me what country was it? Were you in Italy? No, Germany.
No, it was Oktoberfest. It was Munich.
Munich, okay. Because Zurich.
Well, it's still a pretty good train ride.
Okay, so the guy followed you to another country.
You guys are trying to rationalize this.
No, I'm saying that's still.
rationalize.
No, I'm still saying that's
he wasn't invited or anything.
Creepy thing,
no.
And the guy starts rationalizing it.
No, I'm saying
creepy.
He wasn't invited. He just showed up.
I'm saying from personal experience.
I'm not suggesting that's creepy. I'm just hitting all the notes. It was Switzerland, Irish pub, bartender, once again Swiss guy, and you got to watch out for those guys because Swiss Army knives, they're always prepared. So he probably had condoms, he probably had masking tape, he had amyl nitrate, GHB, and all this shit in there. Those guys are prepared.
You know way too much about this, Jim.
All these Swiss guys, they got a mandatory reserve service in the Army. So
you know this for sure.
Yes, I know that for sure.
Yes.
They don't have a large standing army, they just have a large reserve army. That's always
basically their entire population is
that doesn't mean
reserves.
But that European stalker, Hal Sheik.
Ooh.
Okay, that is interesting. So tell me, do you have a story like that? Maybe you were in Mexico?
I don't think I can top that. No, I can't top that. I used to bartend part-time, and I would have creepers follow me out of the bar, out of the parking lot, and I would drive to the police station and pull in that parking lot so they didn't follow me home.
Oh,
well, there you go.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
A stripper. They have to do that with strippers and stuff like that.
Oh, thank you. You're comparing me to a stripper.
You got those things, and you got to watch it. That thing, when you go into... I don't feel comfortable. I used to feel very comfortable going into gentlemen's club, and very few gentlemen there. But it's funny they call them gentlemen's club.
Yeah.
It's like you're sitting there drinking brandy like on the Titanic with all the guys. No, it's they're staring at someone who's dancing naked for money.
Yeah.
That's how you put it bluntly and stuff like that. And you're there staring at them and giving them money, and then give them a little extra money so they can get closer and give you
I don't think I've ever done that before, so I don't know what that means.
Not dance for money, but you've been in a strip club before.
I've walked through one.
You've been in a strip club?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever get a dance?
No.
Going off topic.
You are? No.
Not off topic. Okay.
No.
But have you seen how guys...
I can see what guys do, but no, I've never done that. No. You're kind of being a creeper right now.
No, I'm not. That's not being a creeper. This is being
this
is a good interview. Okay. Okay. Sunglasses.
Yes.
Okay. Sunglasses.
Some people wear sunglasses.
I wear them every day.
It's great to protect your eyes.
Right.
But some guys use it just so, they're ogling the whole time. You know it. If they have it, because they see them, sometimes they don't have the mirrored sunglasses, and you just watch the eyes go and follow people and stuff like that. And they go, buddy, it's like...
You're giving me a really good insight on guys.
I do not do that. I don't wear sunglasses. I don't have sunglasses. Oh, there's a guy.
There he goes.
Hey, what did I say? What was the one? Wait, let me go to rule number... What is that? Rule number... Is it 5? Okay. Sunglasses indoors, number 2, when not needed to hide your focus of attention.
There you go.
I don't get that. Why do people wear sunglasses indoors? I want to go up to every single person and tell them to take it off.
According to Corey Hart, I wear sunglasses at night so I can.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you the words. I can tell you the chord progression.
But Corey Hart had that song. Remember that song?
Yeah, I remember this song, but it.
I like to bump in the furniture. I like to pee on people's shoes.
Take your sunglasses off in the bar.
Water when I'm in. Yeah.
Off.
Yeah, that's pretty much all. Okay. I would like to thank you for all your insights. I got a test for you guys. Okay? This is the creep terminology test. I got this from Creep Town. Not Creep Town. I got it from Urban Dictionary. Urban Dictionary. It's the way to go.
You know there's
Creeptown,
there's got to be
Creeptown.
a website somewhere called Creeptown.
Creeptown is, I'll just give you this. This is not a test. It's to be extremely odd or creepy, to say something unexpected, completely out of the blue, or to be spooky or eerie. Okay. First one. Creeper. Per, not E-R-U-R. Creeper. It's not a cat. What is it?
No clue.
First person gets the answer. Come on, it's actually, think about it, it's just a creeper. It's, any guess?
No.
No.
It's an old creepy man.
Oh.
What is it? I don't
That's it, that's just it. That's an Urban Dictionary, creeper. Okay, creep beauty, creep ooty. Creep ooty. It's a combination of two words. So it's two things at the same time.
So an attractive person, but they're also creepy.
Yes! It's a cute creep. That's the Urban Dictionary. Okay.
Good job.
Okay. Do you know what a creep whistle is? No. Well, that
Wolf
would
whistle?
probably be the old style, but it's actually a rape whistle.
Oh.
A rape whistle is a creep whistle. Okay, this is
My
is
definition of a rape whistle
this
should
one,
be,
but I wondered what it
should
was.
be a Springfield.
And I hate to say it, it's called a creep whore.
Okay.
That is a girl that doesn't get attention enough from anybody at any time. And the first
I
time,
know someone like that.
And then someone gets anybody gives them attention, she calls them a creep. Anybody gives them a little
I know
attention.
someone like that.
Okay. Creep worthy.
Creepy, but you're worthy. You want him to be around.
No, just someone who's hot.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I got that. Somebody who needs a creep.
Nope.
Oh,
No,
damn.
Jen's right. It's someone who is worthy of having a creep. But then again, if you're a creep, they pretty much go after the 90%. They're not into 10%. They're into 10. They'll take the 10%, but they work all the way down to the 90 percentile. Creepy Bob. I like that one. Creepy Bob.
I don't know.
Creepy Bob. It's a unique thing. Creepy Bob. Creepy Bob is a guy, an old guy in the neighborhood, a grown-up man in the neighborhood, who starts doing bullshit tasks around his house whenever the young girls are coming out. That's Creepy Bob.
That's the
Creepy Bob. Anybody know Creepy Bob?
Yeah.
That's the scary guy
Now,
from
I have a name
Family
by
Guy.
his name,
right?
and I hate to use this, but it's Creepy Caitlin.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine.
And this is a bigger girl that posts a whole bunch of pictures of herself on Facebook and stuff like that are kind of like alluring and stuff like that. And that's creepy.
Thank you.
Okay.
What? Did you like
Yeah, no, we're just
my
doing a
creep?
little- Yeah.
You guys, Creepy Caitlin.
Creepy Kaylin.
And you know what? My niece Caitlin is not creepy. She's a captain in the Army. She's a Black Hawk helicopter pilot. Badass. Runs, yeah.
I'm not messing with her.
Yeah, she's a badass.
I wouldn't call her creepy.
No, but she actually still very ladylike. So that's our creep show for it, and we'd like to thank the two creep-worthy guests.
Well,
How's
there
that?
you
We
go.
learned creep-worthy. And Billy, you know what? You're a talented guy. You're creep-worthy too. You know?
No.
Yeah, you're
please.
talented. You're talented. Here
Actually,
you are.
last night,
Billy's
last
a musician.
I have a quick little story. Last
What?
night there were four guys about my size, all in the 6 foot, 200 plus range, all hiding behind a corner in the bar because there was this woman in there just being scary.
Oh.
And we were all just
Like
nobody
scary. Like what? What do you define scary? What was she doing?
we were afraid she was going to whip out the duct tape and start taking people away.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're all like, don't make eye contact, don't say anything. Nope.
I got a stare down from a guy in a house dress one time down at the I thought he was mad at me for something. I say, hey, listen, I'm inclusive of everyone. You could do whatever you want to. But the guy was balding. He had an angry look on his face. I'm having a beer, and we're at the Mandalay, right down here in Key Largo. And across, I said, boy, that bald lady's staring at me awfully hard. And I look a little closer and so, that's not a lady. And, and finally, he's ready to go, I'm a gal. I said, you're not a gal, man. You got to put some hair on at least. Put some fake hair. But yeah, that was kind of creepy. Yeah, they look. It was like staring at me, angry.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
That's a little scary.
It couldn't have been. It could have been they were angry. So that's not creep. That just means they're violent.
Yeah.
That may be violent.
Yeah.
Or if they had, it would have been creepy. What if it was one like they wanted to violently violate me?
Really?
Yeah.
Well.
Okay, we're gonna give a pitch. Our pitches out. We're gonna thank again the Catch Restaurant here in Key Largo. They have a happy hour Monday through Friday, 3:30, 6:30. Great food and drink specials. Hey, we'd like to also do a shout out now. Bill, let's go with your tonight. Billy is going to be playing here. I'm gonna hopefully have this uploaded in time.
Okay,
so people can listen to this.
We'll be here at the Catch.
Yeah, Cody
James and the Key Billies.
And the Key Billies.
Fun mix of
and
old country,
he's the Key
bluegrass.
Billies because Billy's conjoined twin, who was separated from him from one of the first, they were joined at the ankle, which is not as serious a separation there. No, it's not true.
It's a pretty easy one.
Why are you Billies? How did you get Key Billies? Because of you? Are you Billy?
No, hillbillies, but in the Keys.
Okay, you're not a hillbilly. Well, okay. And Cheryl Holt from the Visitor Center and from the Key Largo Rotary. We'd like to thank her, the Visitor Center here in Key Largo. Hey, what's the website there? What's your website?
I don't have a website. You can see
you
us
don't
on
have a
Facebook.
Website?
No. I know.
Okay.
Do you have a telegraph address that we can send to?
Just don't make fun of me. I've got a Facebook
send
page.
you a Western
What's
Union
your
singing
Facebook
telegram?
page, Cheryl?
It is the
Hello,
Florida
I'm
Keys
coming to
Visitor
Key
Center.
Largo. Could you provide
Facebook.
me
See me there.
and a restaurant for my family and I?
No Rex Harrison impressions.
Jimmy?
Yes. I'm
No
gonna do it.
Rex Harrison
I'm gonna
impressions.
do it.
Okay.
I'm going to do My Fair Lady. My Fair Fishwife. It's going to teach Cheryl how to be a lady.
Okay. What is
I'm just kidding. She's a lady.
What is the Facebook page?
It's the Florida Keys Visitor Center. I'm on
The
Facebook.
Florida Keys Visitor
Yes.
Center on Facebook.
I have great, excellent reviews on TripAdvisor.
Jen McComb, the executive director of the Reef Foundation. Also, we had the Backcountry Challenge coming up. And when is
backcountrychallenge.com.
Yeah, and you go to Key Largo Rotary.org and you can register online till what date? September.
Oh, right up until the Friday night, September 22nd.
September 22nd. You know, it's a great time. It's good, and they have a reduced amount for kids, adults. It's a fun time for the whole family, and they have a great banquet at the end of it. And I'm sure it's going to be fun.
Yes.
Okay, I'm Jim, the Keys bartender. I'd like to send out a special shout out to some friends of mine. It's been very helpful to me. Patrick and Amy from YesButWhyPodcast.com. They got a podcast. They do a great podcast. They're very encouraging to new podcasters and the comedians. I've been listening to them, and they're very helpful.
Comedians.
Yeah, and Amy teaches comedy to young children, and actually helps them with. So hopefully, I think once we figure out how to get Skype in, we'll be getting these people from other parts of the country there, and also. I love history. I'm a history nerd. I'm a nerd.
You are.
I do. I love it. There's I'm going to talk about this one this week, and it's called the Human Circus podcast, and you can get it at human_circus at blueberry.com. Just look for it. It's great. The guy goes into. You got to be a history nerd like me, but there's a lot of us out there, I'm sure. And he goes into details about stuff during the Middle Ages. Okay, once again, we'd like to thank everyone for listening and thank the Catch. We're going to say goodbye this week. I think we covered everything that we needed.
I think we got where we were.
Okay.
Thanks again to the Catch for hosting us.
Hey, thank you. This is Key Bartender signing off. We'll see you next week. I think we're going to be doing that on Tuesday, though, if it's all right. If you can't.
Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday's fine.
Okay, Tuesday. They're not doing the...
Oh yeah, we don't have trivia, so we can do it on Tuesday.
Maybe we'll do it later.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Right? Have a good time. Yeah.
Instead of Wednesday.
Yeah. You can't wrap your head around that?
No.
Okay. We just blew Cheryl's mind by just changing the date. Thank you very much. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.
After a long day of being pulled in every direction, the last thing anyone wants to think about is what's for dinner. That's where Schwann's can help, with a variety of real food choices, frozen to lock in freshness. From ready-made meals, premium meats and side dishes, to vegetables, ice cream, and more. Schwann's foods go from freezer to table in minutes, not hours, so you can pull off a delicious meal in no time at all. Ordered, delivered, done. That's homemade easy. To help simplify mealtime, visit schwanns.com. After a long day of being pulled in every direction, the last thing anyone wants to think about is, what's for dinner? That's where Schwann's can help, with a variety of real food choices, frozen to lock in freshness. From ready-made meals, premium meats and side dishes, to vegetables, ice cream, and more. Schwann's foods go from freezer to table in minutes, not hours, so you can pull off a delicious meal in no time at all. Ordered, delivered, done. That's homemade easy. To help simplify mealtime, visit schwanns.com.